Hey everyone, and welcome to our League of Legends Roundtable. I'm Hollander Cooper from GamesRadar.com.
I'm Lucas Sullivan from PC Gamer.
And I'm Gavin Townsley from PC Gamer.
And this week we're looking at Nautilus, the Titan of the Depths, which is sort of a scuba diver, dive suit.
Just say it, Big Daddy.
He's not a big
we
daddy.
We all know it.
That's like looking at any soldier and being like, hey, look, it's Private Ryan. But anyway, he's wearing a diving suit. He looks a lot like a Big Daddy because that's the same suit that Big Daddies wear. And he's another tank, which I was really excited for when I first found out about it because there are not enough tanks in the game.
True.
He has a normal set of moves. His passive is that his first basic attack against a target stuns them and deals bonus damage, but you can't do it to the same person twice within 12 seconds. His dredge line, he throws his anchor forward, and if it hits someone, they kind of both pull towards each other and meet in the middle.
I had high hopes for that ability, but it turned out sort of ho-hum.
It may be the weak link in his
kit?
In his kit, yes. So the dredge line, if it also hits any geometry, so like a building, a wall, a tree, it will pull him towards it, which is great for getting around the jungle.
But sometimes you pull yourself to a tower and hate life.
Yeah, there was one time I actually was trying to pull myself to a character, missed, hit the inhibitor behind the character, and got pulled into the base. So
quite unfortunate.
Didn't work out. Then there's Titan's Wrath, which is a shield that spins around him and gives him additional damage based on his maximum health. And while it's active, his attacks deal damage over time to all the units around him, kind of like an AoE sort of thing. The shield portion is, I guess it's technically a useful ability.
It's pretty nice.
It's
I
nice.
like it.
It's just not that...
It's not exciting, but
No.
it's a solid ability.
So it's a trend with Nautilus. And Riptide, which is he slams the ground, causing the earth to ripple out around him in waves, and each wave does damage and slows enemies. Probably his strongest tank move, I'd say, in terms of being a tank.
I always found it like the third ripple would just miss the person I was trying to slow, and then I would just feel useless.
Yeah. And then his ult is Depth Charge, which is he targets somebody, and then like a little thing kind of follows them on the ground and causes like mini explosions as it follows. And if it hits anyone, it pops them into the air and stuns them for a second. And it does okay damage, and then when it hits the person, it throws everyone in a little area.
I think it throws everyone, like minions.
Yeah. It throws everything up.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Great for team fights, but it's like, it's just another unexciting ability.
Yeah, so what do you think is your big opinion on him? What do you think about the champion overall?
I was initially like a hater on his design just because he didn't seem that cool to me, but seeing him in game, it changed my mind.
It does, and he also skips when you get boots.
That is a pro
strange.
detail. And his model is just enormous. I think he's the biggest since Cho'Gath with 6 stats.
He is, and I wanted to love him because of all of that, and I do not like him as a tank. I feel like he lacks any of the necessities of a tank, besides the fact that if you get enough items on him, he can have like 5,000 health and be just an absolute
He is beefy. Yeah.
But I mean, the whole point of a tank is to initiate a battle.
Like, he needs the perfect anchor strike to initiate, and if you anchor the wrong person, then you're kind of just useless.
Yeah, I mean, the whole point of a tank is to be able to get into the middle of a group of enemies and start messing them up. He has no way to get into the middle. The best he can do is get closer and pull one of their guys closer. He starts the battle, but he can't actually like initiate a group
finish
fight. Yeah. So what do you think?
You know, I kind of liked him, and I know you say you don't really like him as a tank compared to other classes, but one thing that I really liked about him was how hard it was to distinguish other champions from him when he was in the fray. So, as a tank, was kind of distraction. Ran in, threw as many abilities around, and with that AoE that kind of clutters the screen with minions and other champion spell effects going on, it's pretty easy to just kind of make myself the focus.
You're giving cover to your fellow champion.
Yes.
When Sejuani was so recent and so good and had a move to get into the middle, had a big ranged stun, had everything she does is a slow, like the definitive tank. And then they come out with somebody who doesn't even have like a dash move. If you listed all of the best tanks in the game, you'd have like Rammus, at this point Sejuani, probably Malphite and Shen. They all have something to get them into the middle of battle, and he just doesn't.
Also, he can't go through walls, which pisses me off.
He can't, and that dredge line screws me up more than it helps me.
I'd say if Sejuani hadn't come out before Nautilus, he'd be awesome. But considering that she did, I'd say this is a thumbs down for me.
All right, so yeah, final verdict, you're saying thumbs down.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I would give it a thumbs up. I don't want every tank in the game to be the exact same mechanics. Like, I don't want to expect a dash from every single tank. And I found him fun.
It was playing distraction, sort of?
Yeah, it was different. And as somebody who doesn't play Melee that often, I found the class enjoyable. It may not be the best for the role, but it was fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a thumbs down as well. I'm sorry. He doesn't have any initiation, and that's the whole point of a tank. He has to be able to initiate a battle, otherwise you're just like kind of a crappy fighter. But he looks cool, and sometimes
he does look cool. He's not the most exciting class out there, but I don't know.
He's just kind of boring. So that's our official verdict: 2 thumbs down, 1 thumbs up. And
I think I just got glared at.
No, it was just I was trying to think of a qualifier, but yeah, 1 thumbs up. And so yeah, there it is, and that's it for this week. But be sure to check out GamesRadar.com and PCGamer.com whenever a new champion's released for a new champion roundtable.